Please accept my humble obeisances. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayat Shinvatam Swakata Krishna Punyashravana Kirtana Hृदयन्तस्थो हि अभद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्सतम् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, The Creation of the Fourth Order, Chapter 20, Lord Vishnu's Appearance in the Sacrificial Arena of Maharaj Prithu, Text 26. यस्य शिवं शुश्रव आर्यसङ्गमे यदृच्छया चोपशृणोति ते सकृत् कथं गुणाग्नो विरमेद्वीनपाशुं श्रीर्यत्प्रवव्रे गुणसङ्ग्रहेच्छया. Synonyms: Yasha, glorification; Shivam, all auspiciousness; Sushrava, O highly glorified Lord; Arya Sangame, in the association of advanced devotees; Yadruchaya, somehow or other; Cha, also; Upashtunoti, ears; Te, yours; Sakrit, even once; Katham, how; Gunagna, one who appreciates good qualities; Viramit, can cease; Veena, unless; Pashum, an animal; Pashum, an animal; Shri, the goodness of fortune; Yat, which; Pravavre, accepted; Guna, your qualities; Sangraha, to receive; Ichaya, with a desire. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace. Abhay Channavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. My dear, highly glorified Lord, if one in the association of pure devotees hears even once the glories of your activities, it does not, unless he is nothing but an animal, give up the association of devotees. For no intelligent person would be so careless as to leave their association. The perfection of chanting and hearing about your glories was accepted even by the goodness of fortune, who desired to hear of your unlimited activities and transcendental glories. Purport: the association of devotees, Arya Sangama, is the most important factor in this world. The word Arya refers to those who are advancing spiritually. In the history of human race, the Aryan family is considered to be the most elevated community in the world because it adopts the Vedic civilization. The Aryan family is distributed all over the world and is known as Indo-Aryan. In prehistoric days, all of the members of the Aryan family followed the Vedic principles and therefore they became spiritually advanced. The kings known as Raja Rishis were so perfectly educated as Kshatriyas or protectors of the citizens and so greatly advanced in spiritual life that there was not a bit of trouble for the citizens. The glorification of the Supreme Lord can be very much appreciated by the Aryan family, although there is no bar for others. The members of the Aryan family very quickly catch the essence of spiritual life. How is it that we are finding it very easy to spread Krishna consciousness among the Europeans and Americans? History reports that the Americans and Europeans proved their capability when they were anxious to expand colonization. But at the present time, being contaminated by the advancement of material science, their sons and grandsons are turning into reprobates. This is due to their having lost their original spiritual culture, which is Vedic civilization. Presently, these descendants of the Aryan family are taking this Krishna consciousness movement very seriously. Others who are associating with them and hearing the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra from the lips of pure devotees are also becoming captivated by the transcendental vibration. Transcendental vibrations are very much effective when chanted among Aryans, but even though one does not belong to the Aryan family, he will become a Vaishnava simply by hearing the mantra because the vibration has great influence over everyone. Maharaja Prithu points out that even the goodness of fortune, who is a constant companion of Lord Narayana, specifically wanted to hear about the Lord's glories, and for the association of the gopis, who are pure devotees, the goodness of fortune, Lakshmi underwent severe austerities. The impersonalist may ask why one should bother chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra continually for so many years instead of stopping and trying for Kaivalya, liberation, or merging into the existence of the Lord. In answer, Maharaj Prithu maintains that the attraction of this chanting is so great that one cannot give up the process unless he is an animal. This is the case even if one comes in contact with this transcendental vibration by chance. Prithu Maharaj is very emphatic in this connection. Only an animal can give up the practice of chanting Hare Krishna. Those who are not animals but actually intelligent, advanced human, civilized men cannot give up this practice of continually chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thus, end of purport. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते रमापदस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. I humbly bow down and seek blessings from all the assembled Vaishnavas in this call to glorify the Lord, so that I can speak a worthwhile. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to purify myself, and please forgive me for any shortcomings, misinterpretations, or any speculations. I'm summarizing these verses from purport and one of the lectures from Vedanta Chaitanya Prabhu from ISKCON Hyderabad. So we have been discussing about Lord Vishnu's appearance in the sacrificial arena of Maharaj Prithu. We have been continuing this chapter 20. So, in the current verse, in the present verse, after seeing the Supreme Lord in the sacrificial arena, King Prithu, overwhelmed by his emotions, and tears started coming out of King Prithu's eyes. He wiped his tears, and Maharaj Prithu started speaking started speaking glorifying the Supreme Lord. So here in this particular verse, he is speaking about association of pure devotees, how important it is to be in the association of pure devotees and glorifying Krishna. Basically, it is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, importance of Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastre Kaye, Lava Matra Sadhu Sange, Sarva Siddhi Hai. The verdict of all revealed scriptures is that even by a moment's association with a pure devotee, one can attain all success. Here it is called lava matra, even for a moment. So this lava, according to the astronomical calculation, is 1 by 11th of a second. So when we are associating even 1 by 11th of a second with a pure devotee, we will attain all success. That is the importance of the association of pure devotee. But now next question is that nowadays there are so many, it's very difficult to find sadhu sangha because we are not in a point to recognize who is sadhu, who is asadhu. So in this scenario, we need to have some intelligence in such a way that we can recognize who can sadhu. Basically, who is a sadhu? A person who is continuously glorifying the Lord or continuously chanting the names of Krishna is a sadhu. So asadu means the person who is not doing this activity or not chanting or not glorifying is a asadu. Basically, even giving up the chanting is also asadu because in the purport it is uh, compared with a animal like pashu. So Lord's glories are unlimited and so wonderful that these pure devotees they will appreciate or glorifies Lord with Uttama Sloka, that is most chosen poetry they will always glorify. And in that scenario, in the purport, Prabhupada says that uh, if someone is not interested in these activities, they are similar to Pashu, and those who are uh, intelligent, advanced human, civilized men, they cannot give up this practice of continuously chanting Hare Mantra, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Now, next, even if you come in contact with this Maha Mantra, still attains the success. Why? Because there are people who keep on says or keep on complaints, like especially my family. Uh, oh, we did not educated. We don't know Sanskrit. We don't know English. We cannot read these things. That's fine. But even if you chant, the chanting doesn't require any pre-qualifications or any education background, etc., etc. Just even if you chant, if you hear that transcendental vibration, still you can attain success, and slowly, slowly you will get that taste. Even if you see the example from the Prabhupada, when Prabhupada came to America in 1965, landed in the New York City, and with a very tough sea journey, and he came and he landed in New York City, and chanting the Mahamanta under a tree. Don't have any facilities, just under the tree. So people who are passing across Prabhupada, and when they hear that transcendental vibration or that music, they developed slowly, slowly. They developed that qualities, loving qualities towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How this is happened? Because this is coming from the lips of the pure devotee. So again, here in this context, this association is very, very important, because when we hear that Maha Mantra or glorification or Lord's glorifications from a pure devotee, from the lips of the pure devotee, definitely we will have a lot of transcendental effect. Slowly, slowly it will get. It is very subtle in nature, very slow process, but we will experience that one. So in addition to that, in the Prabhupada, sorry, in the purport, Prabhupada says that uh, these people who helped like Americans and Europeans, uh, saying that in the purport that they are belongs to Aryan family. I mean, like they are coming from the Aryan family. For Prabhupada is saying as a very thankful to them. But next, who is Aryan? Uh, Basically, people who are following the Vedic civilization or participate in the Vedic culture are called Aryans, and they are coming from Aryan families. In the in the prehistoric days, that means when people did not know how to write or publish or distribute everything in the form, and at that time onwards, these are there. These people, these civilization, these civilized families, Aryan people are there, and during that time also they are following this Vedic culture in the form of sound vibration. Like disciple go to the guru and they will take the lessons from guru. Just they used to preserve all these Vedas in the sound Shruti, uh, in the sound pattern. I mean, like in that sound ways, Vedas are preserved. So technically, those are the originated people who came in that path, but very, very, very old, like maybe like thousands of years ago. But as days are passing on, the modern sciences came, and people are forgetting about Vedic science. Now everyone started claiming their own religion, their own matas. But technically speaking, mata means you are accepting with your own whims and rules, which you have set it down. Whereas dharma means you cannot be changed, and it will be like that eternally. And that's what we call our dharma is a sanatana dharma, because which has no start and no end. It remains as is forever, because it is coming from Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. That means all real religious principles are enacted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we are not claiming our own any religions. So in this way, uh, Vedic civilization, I mean, like in the present scenario, even if you take in India, this civilization is present only few parts or very rare in even in India, because everything, the whole Vedic culture originated from Bharatvarsh, but it's not there even today. Next, Prabhupada is appreciating these Americans and Europeans because they are able to follow this accepting Krishna consciousness movement and able to follow easily, because they are the sons and grandsons of this Aryan family. But many people are not like that today. They are very arrogant because people are not understanding the Vedic science. They are very too much indulging in the modern science and they are deviating from the Vedic science. Uh, Next, Vedic science has its own importance. Even if you see, we cannot amend any rules and regulations in the Vedic science. But when coming to the modern science, it's a dogmatic, very speculative. And for example, if we see the new government comes in, they will amend with new rules. But if you see Bhagavad Gita is as it is, and it has its own rules, and those rules are never changed. Just it stays as is forever. In that scenario, the Vedic science and the Vedic culture is very, very important. So two things we can learn from this purport, like one has to be very careful in accepting the modern science, because as we too much indulge in the modern science, because that is based on mental speculation, and our Vedic literature, Vedic science goes down. I mean, like advancement. And second thing, one has to constantly seek association of pure devotees. We have to pray for it. We have to uh, do our due diligence in order to seek that association of pure devotees. We have to be intelligent. We have to do some extra effort. In that way, we can be in the association. We can advance. I mean, like we can glorify the Lord in a very simple manner. One must think that okay, if I don't have that one, I can do my own way of devotional service or with my own practices. That is not prescribed and that is not mentioned in any shastras at all. We must and should be in the association. That is very, very important. Although there may be small criticisms or maybe something up, some ups and downs will be there, but doesn't mean that you have to deviate or you have to come out of this path, because we are in a family. And even if you see the family life within husband and wife, there will be small quarrels, but doesn't mean they are leaving the family. They are still together. They are similarly, our association is very, very important. That's what Prabhupada is emphasizing. Prutu Maharaj is emphasizing in these words that association is very, very important to glorify the Lord. And even in the first canto, fifth chapter, Narad Muni also says that uh, यानद् वचश्चित्रपदं हरेर्यशो जगत्पवित्रां प्रज्ञितकरचित् तद् व्यासं तीर्थम् उसन्ति मनसा नायत्र हंस निरमन्ति उरिक्षया. That means, uh, when we are associating within ourselves, we have to be very careful that we need to speak about Krishna Katha. Then only there will not be any ups and downs. Otherwise, whatever the other topics, if we speak the Gramina Katha or like normal mundane talks, at that time, this unfavorable things comes and we may disturb ourselves. And at that time we will consider that I mean, like the mundane topics are considered by the saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crows. So we will talk all about the unnecessary topics, and that becomes a pilgrimage of crows. That's we are not desiring for that one. We have to be careful within the association as well. We need to speak about Krishna Katha so that it benefits our consciousness and our advancement as well. So I will stop here. Thank you again for opportunity for purification. Please forgive me for any shortcomings.